Now, at this advanced journey, if we can say, uh, we will answer and understand at least 7 or 8 questions that will take us deeper. But anyhow, thank you. Thank you very much for being a part of this journey. We will also understand. So, what happens in this journey of the self discovery? The knowledge from the books passed on by a teacher at the third level. What it means by the third level? I see the world that we perceive outside is the first level. And then how my mind feels, responds, thinks, and wants to act. It is the second level of the mind. Yeah. And I started doing namaste, so after a few weeks, everyone started doing namaste. Otherwise, hi, hello was there. You see, it was the second level. The word, conditions outside, situations outside, and mind responds. So, this second layer where the mind responds, it responds with 3 diseases. It responds with the 3 diseases. Did I tell you 3 diseases or you know it? No, I have read it, so it's okay. You can continue. Yes, I will continue. So, so 3 diseases are attachment, detachment, and second is sorrow and the suffering, and third is the delusion. So, thank you. So, thank you very much for being a part of this entire journey. And our goal is awakening and bring an end to the suffering. So, how long the teacher is required? That is I'm answering. Did you understand? The first level is the word outside. You wake up in the morning uh, and the mind responds. Let me grab a cup of tea. See that? Two level. First level is outside the word. Second level is the mind. The way the mind habitually, instinctively, impulsively responds to the outer situations. Right? Huh? The third level, the second level contains these 3 diseases: attachment, detachment, sorrow, suffering, and our delusion part. Now, what the teacher does, teacher teaching the same knowledge, inspires your mind, motivates your mind, makes you understand that you have to step into the third level. What is the third level? Third level is not affected by anything in the world. It has a coolness, it has a softness, it has a gentleness, it has a kindness, it has a joy. From where it is coming? It is coming from the real self. So because we miss that point. So the teacher enters between the second and the third level of the mind. And once you receive that teaching, for that we have to be a seeker. We have covered that. So once we are focused, we are aware to receive that knowledge passed on by the many masters, told to you by this beard guy. So you what happens? Your mind starts living in the third level. One example saying, yesterday you had a fight with the honey, and today you wake up in the morning And your mind says, no, 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 it's everything is okay. I'm sorry. And God, you don't stretch. You don't stretch. Huh? Did you understand that? You don't overstretch. It's okay. It's a part of the life. Then third level, then you start working on your mind at the second level. And that changes the entire life. Did you get it? And even if you don't get it, you can listen to it again. I hope that you get it. Now we are. So, in these higher practices, what we will cover, a couple of questions we will cover. What exactly is the knowledge of the real self? What is applied dispassion? Applied. One is dispassion, we have understood. What is applied dispassion? What is illusion, delusion, wrong notions in the mind? How they work? Why should I know the negative thing? So that you can get rid of it. And then what exactly, I have been talking about emotional dependence. So ask yourself, what is emotional freedom then? Nobody asked me, but I'm telling you. So we should ask, what is emotional freedom? Emotional freedom means what is pure love? And then what is the difference between the individual real self and the transcendental consciousness? I think I didn't cover that. And then what happens? How that pure love and the right knowledge transforms our life. And the last question that we will cover, what is exactly the sorrow, delusion, wrong notions that we keep ourselves with? So you have to remember the previous principles in the talks. What is one of them? No objective solution of subjective problem. Do you remember? Do you recall? There is no objective solution of my fear, of my insecurity, of my sorrow, of my emotional dependence, of my delusion. It is not yet possible outside. First level, it can only be removed by discovering the subjective reality. Who am I? Science has no hold. Let me know what the science says. Who am I? Who am I is the journey of Eastern wisdom. And that is why I think, I will repeat it again just for a minute. Vidya dadati vinayam. We must remember and see how we can apply this knowledge. Vidya dadati vinayam. The knowledge gives the humility. I become capable, ready, I'm kind, I'm aware to receive the knowledge. Now connected to the third level of the mind. Did you get it? So knowledge gives me the humility, ready to respond, not to react. And the humility gives me the qualification. It makes me a seeker. When no, I am a great seeker as long as I attend your session, and after that, I go back to the same stuff. Now, that will not work. That will not work. You have to understand that. No, I have to remain a seeker. And sir, you are such a great guy, you have long beard. But after that, when I look at someone else, what a crazy beard he has. No, this will not work. I have to remain a seeker. Once a seeker, always a seeker. So, humility gives us a qualification. That qualification gives me the inner wealth. Now you understand the inner wealth is the third level. Inner wealth, it is already there. I recognize. No, someone says you're crazy. You say that, I'm more crazy than you think. With a smile on the face. So what is the second level? How dare you say I'm crazy? You are crazy. So ultimately, your mind keeps changing. In the life of a seeker, the mind keeps changing. That is very important once we go into the advanced practices. So what happens? Last one, inner wealth. Now that inner wealth supports my thinking, my speech, and action. You see the result? We had a beautiful conversation with the Sam. He has been contemplating deeply. So, this is what the third level brings. So, your thought, your speech, and action is supported by that kindness, softness, gentleness, knowledge, applied discretion. Life changes. This is what dhanat dharma tataha sukham. So once we have understood, that's why I put a tagline. It's my own expression, but based on the principle evolve and help everyone to evolve. You evolve and help everyone around you to evolve. No, you're not evolving, evolve. That is not the right way. You have to evoke the principles. You see that? No. You have to observe the outer situation. You have to see the second level, how the mind responds. And then you move to the third level. And from there, you start speaking, thinking, and acting. So now see that one more understanding comes from these principles. The journey of the life, is it a horizontal movement or a vertical movement? Where is that? I earned 1K today. Anastasia, did you understand? In US, 1K, $1,000. You earn euro. We earn only our US dollar. So you see that the mind is constantly moving in a linear movement. Sam, I'm making it clear. And you did very good reflection. So 1K, then no, my mind says 2K, then 3K, 4K. This is a linear movement. 100K, life changes. Life does not change. Single, married, divorced, does the life change? It's a horizontal movement. This, what our masters say, this is your wandering mind. You are a wanderer. You have not fixed the journey of your life. You don't know. No, masters are saying. I'm not saying. Masters are saying that you don't know the journey of your life. Finish. So single, married, divorced, starter home, big home, do everything. But this is not the journey of life. Small car, big car, etc., etc. Love. Pleasure number 1, pleasure number 2, pleasure number 3, pleasure number 4, pleasure number 5. Horizontal movement. Did you understand? Passion number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a horizontal movement. Nothing will happen. Make sure that you become the problem wherever you live, with whom you live. Are you understanding that? Now, I'm not saying you, I'm just giving an example. This horizontal movement in the mind is not a journey of the life. It will constantly build your anxiety, fear, failure, frustration, reaction. What is the journey of the life? Rise in consciousness. What is rise in consciousness? I learn from my experiences. Today I'm upset because I had a lot of expectations. I contemplate and reflect. I drop into the third level of calmness. No worries. Thank you, my friend. I was upset yesterday. Now no more upset. I understood it was my fault. With all humility, you don't allow the ego to enter into your relationship anyway. So vertical movement, what is that vertical movement? Rise in consciousness. Your action is progressive. You have an emotional maturity, not easily affected by the pain and attachment. Knowledge is applied and lived. Love awakens from within. That drops the emotional dependence. Action becomes good. Good action means motivation of doing action includes more benefit to the people around without any question. That expands your mind. I believe you have understood. So again, understand this. There are three most important means or the powers that we all have that makes or breaks your life: knowledge, love, and action. Knowledge, love, and action are the three important means, powers that we have. No, I loved you so much and you just cheated me. This is not love. This is emotional dependence. Do you understand? This comes from the second level. That is why I started outer level and the just second level. How I respond instantly without thinking, without knowledge. Oh, I love you so much. You are doing this. No, this is not going to work. What are the three powers? Knowledge of the reality, knowledge of the real self, love, and the action. It must be expressed in thought, speech, and action in my daily life. That will help you rise in consciousness. Then we always feel blessed. Now, there is no horizontal movement 1K, 2K, 5K, 100K. Now I'm referring again, that is what Sam discussed in detail. So he reflected really well. No, I'm not comparing everyone, I'm saying I'm just making a point. Huh? So then you feel blessed. The grace naturally enters the life. These three powers makes or breaks your life. It is known as Trinity. In India, it is symbolically known as Tirtha, Prayagraj. What is Prayagraj? Where the three rivers merge. The Ganges River. Ganges River, you have seen it. Not many people. Ganges River. There is a Yamuna River and there is a Saraswati River. Saraswati means knowledge. Ganges, action part. Yamuna is always about love. This is what is known as Ida, Pingla, and Sushumna in Kundalini. Have you heard about it? Kundalini. Americans have a rattlesnake like Kundalini because they are in Arizona. And we have a cobra, snake Kundalini. Get rid of this delusion. Don't start teaching, in delusion. Be very clear. This trinity is known as Ida, Pingla, and Sushumna. Sushumna is a knowledge. Ida is love. Pingla is action. It is within me. Have you seen Kundalini, Lara? She has seen it, Was it like a rattlesnake or a cobra?
It was a feeling sense.
But understand, we are learning the very higher aspects of the knowledge from the teaching. So this is